Start French Revolution in history. Topics to be covered: French society during the late 18th century, growth of middle class, the outbreak of the revolution, France became a constitutional monarch, French abolished monarchy and established republic, reign of terror, women role in France revolution, abolition of slavery, the revolution and everyday life. The place of Versailles in Paris. Louis XVI. In 1774, Louis XVI of Bourbon family of kings ascended the throne of France. He was 20-year old and married to the Austrian princess Marie Antoinette. Upon his accession, the new king found an empty treasury. Long years of war had drained the financial resources of France. Added to this was the cost of maintaining an extravagant court at the Hemion's Palace of Versailles. Yes. In 1774, Louis XVI of Bourbon family, king ascended the throne. He was 20-year-old and married to the Austrian princess Marie Antoinette. Upon his accession, the new king found that it was empty treasury because of long years of war had drained the financial resources of France. And added to this was the cost of maintaining an extravagant court of Hemion's Palace of Versailles. The reasons for empty treasury: long years of war, the cost of maintaining an extravagant court at the immense Palace of Versailles. France helped the 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy Britain. Payment of high rate of interest on loans. So these are the reasons for empty treasury. Therefore, the cost of maintaining an army, the court, the running government, offices or universities, the state was forced to increase the taxes. French society during the late 18th century. Under Louis XVI, France helped the 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy, Britain. The war added more than $1 billion leverage to a debt. Lenders who gave the state credit now began to charge 10% interest on loans. So, the French government was obliged to spend an increasing percentage of its budget on interest payment alone. To meet its regular expenses such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government offices or universities, the state was forced to increase the taxes. French society in the 18th century was divided into 3 estates and only members of 3rd estates should pay the taxes. So, to meet with the regular expenses, such as for the cost of maintaining an army, for running of courts, running government offices and universities, they are forced to collect and they are forced to increase the taxes. And the French society in the 18th century was divided into 3 estates. The only members of the 3rd estate should pay the taxes. There are clergy, nobility and everyone else. Yes, the 3rd estates, peasants, nobles and the king. The first estates, the second estates or nobles and the third one is a peasants. The society of estates. The first estates clergy, second estate nobility, third estates big businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers, etc. Peasants, artisans, small peasants, landless laborers, servants. Nobility, the common peasants, clergy. Yes, population of France. The first estates, the second estates and the third estates population is higher. Yes, and the second estates and the first one, first estates. Taxes. The church too extracted its share of taxes called tithes from the peasants and finally All members of third estates had to pay the taxes to the state. This includes a direct tax called tille and a number of indirect taxes which were levied on articles on everyday consumption like salt or tobacco. The burden of financing activity of the state through taxes was borne by the third estate alone. So even they have started increasing the taxes on the daily consumption like salt or tobacco, the burden of the financial activities of the states through taxes was borne by the third estates alone. The struggle to survive. The population of France arose from about 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. This led to the rapid increase in the food grains. So it started demanding, it's a rapid increase in the demand for the food grains because the population of France will rose from 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. Even the production of grains could not keep pace with the demand. So the price of bread, which was a staple diet of the majority of, rose rapidly. Most workers were employed as laborers in the workshop whose owner fixed their wages, but the wages did not keep pace with rise in prices. Yes, so the gap between the poor and the rich widened, even though the price of the commodity rises, but the wages have not increased, have not risen. So the gap between the poor and the rich widened. Things become worse whenever drought or hail reduced the harvest. This led to subsistence crisis, something that occurred frequently in the France during the old regime. Yes, substance crisis, an extreme situation where the basic means of livelihoods are endangered. Now it's a growing middle classes. Growing middle classes, yes. The 18th century witnessed the emergence of social groups termed the middle class. All of these were educated and believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth. Rather, a person's social position must depend on its merit. So, these ideas demanded a society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all. Substance crisis, an extreme situation when the basic means of livelihood endangered causes. I've said you, the population of France was rose from 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. This led to a rapid increase of demand for the food grains. Even the production of food grains could not keep pace with the demand. This led to inflation. Even the things became worse whenever drought or hail and reduced the harvest. John Locke, in his two treatises of government, Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of monarch. John Jacques Rousseau carried the idea forward, proposing a form of government based on a social contrast between people and their representative. Montesquieu, in the spirit of the law, Montesquieu proposed a division of power within the government between legislature, executive and judiciary. The Mirabeau and Hébésius. The Mirabeau was born in the noble family, but was convinced of the need to do away with the society of feudal privilege. He brought out a journal and delivered powerful speeches to the crowd assembled at Versailles. Hébésius, originally a priest, wrote an influential pamphlet called What is a Third Estate? Idea of this philosopher? The idea of this philosopher were discussed intensively in saloons and coffee houses and spread among people through books and newspaper. These were frequently read aloud in the group for the benefit of those who could not read and write. So news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the state generated anger and protest against the system of privileges. So, an intro of Louis XVI and the struggle to survive, and the first estate, second estate and third estate. The first estate's clergy, second estate nobility, third estate's big businessmen, merchants, court official, lawyers, and under that peasants and artisans, small peasants and landers, labor and servants, all those people will come under in the third estates. And the struggle to survive and the growing middle classes and substance prices. Thank you, children.